welcome to the 2020 San Diego Brain Tumor Walk. Thank you for joining us this morning. My name is JEREMIE SULIT, and I'm the Director of Regional Development here in Southern California. Like many of you, I've had this day circled on my calendar all year, and although this is not the ideal situation that we envisioned for 2020, we'd like to thank you for joining us today, and thank you for your continued dedication to the critical mission of the National Brain Tumor Society. While COVID-19 has created many urgent healthcare needs, we know that the needs of the brain tumor community are also urgent and unmet. We are here for you, and we will not let the coronavirus stop us from carrying out our vital mission in support of the brain tumor community. With that being said, we have a great program for you this morning. We'll hear from our CEO, David Ahrens, and our Chief Scientific Officer, Dr. KIRK Tanner, to talk about the important work underway to conquer and cure brain tumors once and for all. You'll also hear members from our local community about why they're in this fight with us. We'll also cheer on the incredible accomplishments of the San Diego Brain Tumor Walk teams, and together we'll honor and remember our loved ones. Before we get started, just a quick reminder that you can still share this Facebook Live, post your in honor of bibs, and let your networks know that you're joining us this morning. Participant and survivor shirts will still be sent out to all registered participants. So if you're joining us this morning and have not yet registered, you can still do so by visiting braintumorwalk.org/San Diego, and we'll send out those shirts in the upcoming weeks. You can also continue to connect with our community year-round by liking the Southern California Brain Tumor Community Facebook page. And now I'm pleased to introduce our CEO, David Ahrens, who's going to tell us more about how your fundraising, participation, and support is helping us move the needle in important ways.
Thank you, JEREMIE. I'm honored to be here with you, the San Diego Brain Tumor Community, for our virtual community event today. Thanks to all the amazing participants, teams, sponsors, partner organizations for joining with us today, and a special shout out to all the healthcare providers and caregivers and family members that are clear heroes taking care of patients through all of this. We know how hard hit your communities are and have been and continue to be by the coronavirus. We want you to know that NBTS is here for you. A sincere thank you to all those who have been fundraising during this unprecedented time of a health and economic crisis across our country. We truly appreciate your support and know that the dollars raised will go to advance our mission. Now is such a critical time to keep the pedal down. A brain tumor diagnosis is also a crisis. And as you know all too well, patients live from MRI to MRI. We can't stop right now. We must provide care and support and make sure patients are safe during this pandemic. We must continue to raise our advocacy voices to ensure that the needs of the brain tumor community are reflected in our national priorities. We must drive research toward better treatments and cures. There have never been more promising scientific opportunities to beat brain tumors than right now. Thanks to your fundraising, over just the last 2 years, we have progressed brain tumor research that will help children and adults across a wide variety of tumor types, including glioblastoma, DIPG, medulloblastoma, grade 2 and 3 tumors, including astrocytoma, oligodendroglioma, and others, including meningiomas, ependymomas, and many others. And these advancements have occurred in discovering new scientific vulnerabilities in tumors, finding new promising drug opportunities, better imaging, new pathology, and being ready now to evaluate these strategies in promising potential medicines in clinical trials. I'm now pleased to introduce KIRK Tanner, PhD, National Brain Tumor Society's Chief Scientific Officer, who to share more about NBTS's scientific agenda to defeat brain tumors. KIRK?
Thank you, David, and thank you, the entire San Diego brain tumor community, for your really outstanding support. I really can't emphasize enough how important your philanthropic support has been and continues to be, and in fact is even more important in these times as we advance new medicines and treatments to brain tumor patients. So I'd like to share why this is such an exciting and transformational time for brain tumor research, as we really harvest the revolutionary breakthroughs in molecular genetics of the past decade to advance new treatments to brain tumor patients. Really great examples of this are the NBTS flagship programs, Defeat GBM and Defeat Pediatric Brain Tumors, where we're really cultivating and harvesting the best of the best ideas and moving them to new treatments and new funding programs for brain tumor patients. We have 4 areas that we're focusing on. One is immunotherapy or immuno-oncology. And this is really all about igniting or harnessing the patient's own immune system to attack and kill the brain tumor. And what we're finding is that timing and combinations of therapies are really important. Another exciting class of drugs, it's a new class, are DNA damage repair inhibitors. And here we have, basically we're trying to marry the right drug with the right mechanism, the right target, together with intelligent clinical trial design and really efficient execution. We're really excited about this class of drugs. And then there's tumor metabolism and metabolic codependencies. And this is all about trying to find the Achilles heel of the brain tumors and figuring out direct actionable targets that can be exploited and to develop drugs for. And then finally, we have precision medicine or personalized medicine. And this is all about using a patient's molecular genetic signature to tailor a specific drug that will be effective in really utilizing biomarkers. So it's a really encouraging time. Much more is needed, and that's why I'm honored to work with each and every one of you as we try to advance new medicines and treatments to brain tumor patients. So thanks again, and with that, I'll turn it back to Jeremie for the rest of the program. Thank you.
Thank you, David and Kirk, for the update. It's always inspiring to hear the great work underway in service of the brain tumor community. It's now my pleasure to introduce our survivor speaker for this morning, Jill KOSINSKI. Jill has participated in both the San Diego and Orange County brain tumor walks since 2014, and today we have the honor of hearing her brain tumor journey. Immediately following Jill's story, we will have a slideshow of whom we've walked for, past and present, so be on the lookout for your loved one's photo.
Thank you, Jeremie, and it's a pleasure to be here with everyone today. My name is Jill KOSINSKI, and I live in San Clemente, which is kind of on the border of San Diego, and it's Orange County, but so we walk in both walks, and it's great. It's a great event. We are the Cranium Crusaders, and we've had great support throughout the years, and via donations, via teammates. So I just want to take some time out and give a little kudos to everyone that has donated to us and supported us for this important cause. So yay. Okay, so my life before 2013, it looked a lot different than what it is now. It consisted of traveling for work and for pleasure. There were so many places I was planning to go with my passport, and getting more stamps, the better. I had a steady job, making good money, owned a 2-bedroom condo, had a boyfriend for years that I loved, and he loved me, and life was pretty good. That all kind of changed in early 2013, and I was at home alone, and I had a grand mal seizure. And the next morning, I realized something wasn't right, and my mom took me to the ER, where I got a CT scan and an MRI. I was told that it was a brain tumor. I had to schedule surgery ASAP to get a craniotomy, and they were going to do a biopsy at the same time to figure out what kind of grade it was or what kind of tumor it was. The diagnosis was a grade 3 anaplastic astrocytoma that was malignant. My neurosurgeon referred me to UCLA neuro-oncologists. And by the way, that's a 2-hour drive for us without traffic. So I received radiation for 8 weeks at Hoag Hospital in Newport. And that's when I started losing all my hair. And then following radiation, I started Timidar, and I continued with my monthly follow-ups at UCLA with my MRIs. So that was a challenge to get there and back. And anyways, but still, after 7 years, I've continued the MRIs for every 2 to 3 months, just going up there. But the results at this point have still been stable and showing no new tumor growth. So my care has been amazing up there. Initially, my doctor gave me 3 to 5 years to live. And I mean, I literally couldn't stop crying. I didn't know how I was going to handle and leave everyone behind, and how my family was going to take it. The longer I live with this disease, the more people will treat me as if I'm fine. And I realize I look fine because there's no outward signs of damage or signs of illness. But what people can't see is the damage that I live with daily. My disability is just not in your face as other illnesses. My brain tumor itself manifests itself in like memory loss and trouble speaking, simple math, word finding, attention difficulty, chronic pain, that kind of stuff, like just to name a few. I still have headaches. All my medications, the side effects alone on those, there's a list of things that come. I'm very anxious or sleepy. Maybe it's not even the medicine that does that to me. Maybe it's just wondering if there will even be a tomorrow for me. But my new traveling now is having my mom take me to my doctor's appointments. So I live with my mom. So that's, I had to sell my house. And so, and I've lost my license because of my seizures. So I call my mom my Moober because she drives me everywhere. And so I don't thank her enough at all. But because of my friends and family, I've been able to get out of the house more often, and I've been able to travel to Belize and Spain and Puerto Vallarta, and there's some of these cool places that I've been able to get out to. And so I don't want this to be anyone's story. I don't want this to be anything less. I don't want anyone's story to be anything less than what you want out of life. I dream of the day that this whole nightmare of a disease is over. However, I'm kind of glad I got this tumor in a way. It makes me appreciate the now, the present. We can never be promised tomorrow or the future. We need to live for the day. We never know if anyone will be tomorrow. I'm just blessed to have my friends and my family support, and also the National Brain Tumor Society's support. I am constantly optimistic that they're going to find a cure for this. 7 years ago, my neuro-oncologist told me that each year I survive is the hopes and dreams of my future treatments, or of future treatments and cures, could become a reality and could end all brain tumors. That's why we walk, for the future of all who presently have brain tumors and the future of those yet to be diagnosed with a brain tumor. Thank you so much.
enjoyed the slideshow, and thank you once again, Jill, for sharing your story with us. I would now like to take a moment to thank all of the San Diego Brain Tumor Walk teams who have registered with us this year. Thank you for your continued support. I would now like to recognize the top fundraising team and top fundraising individual for this year. Congratulations to the PON team for being the top fundraising team in 2020 for the San Diego Brain Tumor Walk. Congratulations to Susan Mahoney for being the top individual fundraiser for this year's San Diego Brain Tumor Walk. Congratulations once again, Susan and the PON team. I would now like to announce the launch of the Lauren Mahoney Champion Award. The Lauren Mahoney Champion Award will be awarded annually to a participant who encourages, motivates, inspires, and believes in the mission of the National Brain Tumor Society. With the permission of the Mahoney family, the National Brain Tumor Society will select one deserving individual of the Lauren Mahoney Champion Award. The recipient of this award will hold all of the above listed qualities and will be a standout champion of the National Brain Tumor Society's mission. Lauren will forever be missed by her family and friends, but we know her light will continue to shine as she left an incredible legacy that people can learn from for years to come. Lauren's parents, John and Susan, will share some words about their daughter. We will then hear from our first Lauren Mahoney Champion Award recipient.
Welcome to the National Brain Tumor Walk. We started walking 5 years ago in memory of our daughter, Lauren, who created the PON team. Lauren was diagnosed in 2014 with an inoperable brain tumor. Our team name, created by Lauren, pays tribute in the most negative way possible to the type of tumor that Lauren had, a diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma, hence PON team.
Lauren was a spirited and creative young woman who enjoyed dancing, hanging out with her friends, and junk food. Her symptoms came on suddenly during one summer, and her hopes of going to college were replaced with fighting for her life. During her treatment, Lauren searched for ways to help others and found the San Diego Brain Tumor Walk. She organized a team and designed the logo, which is the one we still wear today. We continue to support the Brain Tumor Walk to raise money for critical research to fight this disease. This year, the National Brain Tumor Foundation has created a Spirit Award in honor of Lauren. The Lauren Mahoney Champion Award is given to a participant who shares Lauren's commitment in supporting the National Brain Tumor Society's efforts to improve treatment and ultimately find a cure for brain tumors.
Hi everyone, I am Melissa Powell from San Diego. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you so much and what an honor it is to be the very first recipient of the Lauren Mahoney Champion Award. I got the phone call on Friday from JEREMIE of the National Brain Tumor Society letting me know, and ever since then have just been trying to come up with the perfect way of letting everybody know how excited I am and how important I think that this is. So I will start with a little backstory of my why, my champion, which is the person right behind me, and that's my mom, Terry Perry. She was diagnosed with glioblastoma on May 6th of 2017. She went in for surgery and then after that did the standard of care treatment, which was chemotherapy. Temodor was on steroids and did radiation treatments. She was also a part of the phase 3 clinical trial Opdivo, which was a blind study. So we're not totally sure that she was getting the treatment, but based on the side effects, we're pretty sure that she was. So sadly, after 11 months of fighting and being the strongest woman that I know, she passed away April 9th of 2018. So that day was the day that I really began researching and trying to find ways that I can be an advocate, that I can participate in brain tumor, brain cancer research. And that's where I came upon the National Brain Tumor Society and have learned so much since her passing in 2018. Glioblastoma was a word I had never heard of before 2017, and sadly, I think I've heard too many times since then. I've learned that brain cancer research is one of the least funded of all the cancers, and it's also one of the most deadly, which is why it's so important that we as a community rally together and support the Brain Tumor Society and teams like the PON team and Lauren Mahoney and Team Terry Perry. The first time I met the Mahoney family was the very first walk that we participated in, which was a little over a month after my mom passed away. And what I have learned since then was that brain cancer doesn't discriminate. It could be a young girl like Lauren, it could be Nana like my mom, and it can be anywhere in between. So what I can do and what I'm hoping that everybody is doing is just continuing to support the Brain Tumor Society and just doing all of these walks, whether virtual or in real lifetimes, which hopefully will be sooner than later. So I just want to say thank you so much again for giving me this award, and it's something that I'm going to cherish. It's going to be something that I am going to just continue to be a part of the Brain Tumor Society in any way that I possibly can, and just thank you so much, and just keep the spirit alive, and hopefully we'll all see each other soon. Bye.
Congratulations again, Melissa, for being the very first recipient of the Lauren Mahoney Champion Award. This award means a lot to the San Diego brain tumor community, and we will continue to present it to someone annually. And now I want to give a huge shout out to all our sponsors that have helped make this event possible. Big shout out to our regional sponsor, Barrow Neurological Institute. Also a big shout out to our sponsors, NovaCure and Genentech, and also to our local sponsors at CS Designs, Inc. Thank you for your dedication to the San Diego Brain Tumor Walk. Thank you for joining us today during such unique times. Thank you for supporting the brain tumor community, the survivors, the families, the friends, the loved ones of all brain tumor patients. Together, we are advocating for change. Together, we are moving toward better and more effective treatments. Together, we are stronger than this disease. We are here for you, and we are here today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. We won't stop until a cure is found. We have no doubt that with the support of champions in our community like you, we will continue to make great strides in our fight to conquer and cure brain tumors once and for all. A huge thank you to the 2020 committee members who have been incredible partners and boots on the ground, working together to help defeat this disease. Thank you once again for joining us today. You are playing an important role as we work to conquer and cure brain tumors together. Every year, the San Diego Brain Tumor Walk holds a remembrance ceremony. You are invited to join us for that ceremony in about 2 minutes. Committee member Barbara Marsh will read a poem and offer a moment of silence. Those of you wanting to join us are asked to stay with us on the video, and we will be back shortly. Again, a huge thank you to everyone for being here with us today.
Thank you all for participating with us this morning. I know that for some of us, this event is a time of celebration, of community, of coming together to advocate for life, for each other, and for research. For others, today is a time of deep reflection and sorrow as we think of the loved ones we have lost from this disease. No matter why you are here or what you are bringing, there is room today for all of us to share in our emotions. Right now, what I would like to do is take a short moment to acknowledge the profound sorrow and loss. I know it is really hard to carve out time in this atmosphere to quiet ourselves, enough to remember those who are no longer with us. I'd ask if you could to stop just for these 2 minutes and quiet your heart. We all have our own story. Today, I've been asked and I'm honored to read a beautiful poem by Sylvan Commons and Rabbi Jack Reimer called We Remember Them. At the rising sun and its going down, we remember them. At the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. At the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. At the blueness of the skies and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. At the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. At the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have decisions that are difficult to make, we remember them. When we have joy we crave to share, we remember them. When we have achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. For as long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them.